Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm doing the book jacket tag. I was tagged by the original creators Amy and Laura over at Two Paper Girls. You should really check them out if you haven't already subscribed to them. They are wonderful booktubers. I was also tagged by Alison Tuggle. First one is a book that you bought purely because of the cover. Now I'm cheating a little bit for this one because I've got two that I've picked because I've not ever read one of them. So the one that I haven't read, those of you outside of England probably won't recognise this book at all, but yeah. I'm not really sure why I ever thought this was a good idea to buy. I've never actually read it. I picked it up simply because basically this is a person who went into the celebrity Big Brother house, but she wasn't a celebrity in this country, and I for some reason liked her at the time, so I bought it thinking, oh, what a pretty pink book. And it is a pretty pink book, and she's got a gorgeous wedding dress on the back, and this book just made me think, oh, pretty pink princessy stuff. Even the inside's just beautiful pink. And so I bought it, and I've never read it, so I suppose that says a lot about picking a book up literally because of its cover. The other one I want to mention is The Husband's Secret by Leanne Moriarty. Now, I didn't actually buy this one. I won this one in a Goodreads giveaway, but I entered it because of the cover and no other reason. I didn't read what it was about at all before entering, and I was really glad that I did. This book is exactly what it sort of says in the title. It's about a story, and it's more than just this husband's secret. There's so many secrets in this novel, and it's all intertwined and it all links up, and I really enjoyed this when I read it. I can't remember if I gave it 4 or 5 stars, but everything was intertwined. There was a point to everything was related. It was almost like teaching that the consequences of something will lead to something else. There is always a consequence to everything, essentially, and I loved that one. Spine's pretty too. Question 2. Your favourite book cover series? Now for this one, I'm not sure whether it's my absolute favourite, but it's certainly the one I thought of when I first heard this question, and it's the Shopaholic books. Now the first one, it's not actually the first one I bought, but the first one in the series is this cute pink one, so as a pink lover myself, it makes sense that I'd like a cute pink book about shopping, because I love shopping. And the second book is this cute kind of blue one, again with pink font, so it's still keeping my pink. And it's got a really fun picture on it, and the back's really cute too, and the spine. And then the third book, which is the first one that I actually bought, is Shopaholic Ties the Knot. And this one isn't actually quite as cute, although I do like that back bit, and I obviously like the front bit a lot. And this one's the first one I bought, probably because as a teenage girl I just wanted to read about someone who was a shopaholic and got married. And this cover really appealed and stood out instantly, and so I bought it. And the covers keep their theme, and that's what I really enjoy about this series, and it's why it was one that popped into my head. I don't own all of them in paperback. Here's my final one that I do own. The rest of them I own on Kindle. But I think they're really cute and simple, and there's not too much to them, and they're just nostalgia for me as much as anything. Number 3, a cover design change that really annoys you. I had to think really hard about this one, as it's not something I tend to pick up on so much really, especially buying Kindle books. I don't necessarily think about covers so much. So in the end, it made me think back to something I mentioned in a video I filmed a couple of weeks ago about Goosebumps books. So this is number 2 in the original Goosebumps books, Say Cheese and Die by R.L. Stine. And I quite like this cover, and the first, how many are we talking? Easily the first 30 or so follow this sort of cover display, so just to grab a few more at random. There we go. There. They're all sort of in the bubbles like that. So that one may be number 2, but this one, Say Cheese and Die Again, is the sequel to that story. And as you can see, not only have they changed that bit bothers me more than anything on my bookcase, actually, more than anything else about the covers, that font being different to that. Yeah, forgetting that. Bubble. No bubble. I know which I prefer anyway, so put it that way, and it's certainly not this one. Then number 5 is name a book where the cover does not represent what the story is about. Now I've got 2 for this one as well. The first one is Beauty by Louise Mensch, and this one, to be fair, is an advanced reader copy, and I'm not entirely sure what the eventual cover ended up being. So that's why I picked another one as well, because I thought that's cheating a little bit. But this one, as cool as a cover as it is, doesn't represent an awful lot about what it's about. It sort of relates to the very end of the book, but not enough to mean anything really. I really enjoyed this book though. I highly recommend you pick it up. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. So the other one I want to show you for this one is The Crimson Petal and the White by Michelle Faber. And I bought this one ages ago because the spine's beautiful, the cover itself is pretty nice, but it doesn't really tell you anything about what the book's about at all. I mean, what would you say this book's about if you saw this and didn't know what it was about? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to see what random guesses you've got if you don't know what this is about and want to take a random guess. I've never actually read this. I feel a bit bad for not doing so. I've heard very many great reviews about it. We must get around to it soon. Well, that was a cover by. I think I might have missed out question 4, which was name a book where you prefer a different country's cover. I'm sure I don't remember saying that one, but I haven't actually got an answer for that one anyway, so we'll just carry on missing it out. Number 6, a book with an exciting blurb that turned out to be an underwhelming book. I really struggled to think of one for this one, so in the end I just went for Red Queen. This is probably one of the books where I've been most disappointed in versus the blurb. I really enjoyed the blurb. I thought this sounded a great read, and anything that I'd heard about it on BookTube in hype before the negative reviews started coming out, I thought, oh, it sounds amazing, it sounds amazing. Then I read it and I was like, I'm really underwhelmed right now, so sadly. Then number 7, a book you picked up because of an interesting / intriguing title. Now I remember when I bought this book that I'm picking for this one, it was very many years ago. My copy's gone all yellow. I didn't even pick it up because of the cover, because I actually think the cover is quite boring. I mean, now I know what it's about, it definitely works. But the cover itself is quite boring. I literally picked it up because I went, oh, that's an interesting title. And it was this one, The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold. I read this very early on after it came out. I can't remember exactly how long it had been out, but it hadn't been out long. It wasn't majorly famous like it is now. And I just saw the title and went, ooh, picked it up, read the back, was like, yeah, I'm having that. Then number 8 is to show off your top 5 covers. I'm not sure these are my ultimate top 5. I was trying to keep this video to actual physical books because I know I do a lot of videos with just Kindle books, and I felt like holding some actual books for a change. So I had a hunt around on my shelves, found this quite difficult, and by complete accident I've actually kind of gone with a colour scheme here. So first one is the 3rd book in the Star-Crossed trilogy, Goddess. And I love the colours along with that lightning, but I love the lightning. I think it's a gorgeous cover. Then, using similar colour tones again, we've got This Little Piggy by Bay Davenport, and if you look at that one really closely, it's actually a really sad cover. Especially if you've read this, you'll know that it's a really sad read, but I think the cover really matches. Then we have this one, which you can't see much of the cover of because of my silly stickers that I never did peel off at risk of damaging the cover, but I just enjoy all that detail around there because it follows onto the spine, which is gorgeous, and the back is really pretty too. Never actually read this one, not got a clue what it's about, but the cover was pretty. Then we've got another purpley book, Can You Keep a Secret by Sophie Kinsella, and it's been years since I've read this one, so I can't really properly remember it, but I really enjoy that whole idea of how they've done the cover, and of course it's got pink in it, and it's a Sophie Kinsella book. And the final one I want to hold up for you has again got some of the purple going on in it, and it also just makes sense because it's my favourite Harry Potter book. It's got a gorgeous book beak on the hippogriff, it's got a nice purpling there, that bit there is beautiful, the back's amazing. This one's definitely my favourite cover of the series. So yeah, there you have it. I'm going to tag Victoria from A Hermit's Progress She's very new to booktube. I only stumbled across her channel a couple of days ago and I thought that her videos were amazing, so you're tagged. Along with Clarice from Clarice Reads, Aoife from Fred Weasley Died Laughing, Lindsay from Lindsay Ray, and Cassidy from Cassidy Von Shea. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back on Friday with my weekly reading wrap up. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done already, and I'll see you Friday. Bye bye!